Alright, so welcome back to your favorite Inorganic Tutor YouTube channel. This is another episode. We want to look at how we can find the skewness of a certain random variable, which is x, given the PDF. Alright, so now this is the question. The skewness of a random variable is defined to be this, right? Where the mean or the mu is equal to the expectation of x, and then the variance, which is given the parameter, is equal to the variance of x, right? Now let's look at how we can deal with this particular problem. So looking at the parameter or the formula we have been given, it means we have to find the first moment, which is the expectation of x, and then the second moment, which is the expectation of x squared. Then we go ahead to find the variance of x, right? So now we know that expectation of x equals this, right, as given in the question. And so this is in the continuous case, looking at the interval given. So the expectation of x in the continuous case is given as the x, right? Here the a is equal to 0 and b equals 1. So we can go ahead and then find the expectation of x. So we have expectation of x as the interval 0 to 1 of the function x times the function, which is 2x dx, right? So let's integrate this particular function. So here we have from 0 to 1 2s squared dx, right? So when you integrate 2s squared dx, you are going to have 2s cubed over 3 on the limit 0 to 1, right? So now let's bring the 2 over 3 out. 2 over 3 out, s cubed on the limit 0 to 1, right? So now we can put in the limits. So we have expectation of x as 2 over 3 into 1 minus 0, right? So we have expectation of x as 2 over 3. So now we can go ahead and find the expectation of s squared, or the second moment, right? So here we know that expectation of s squared is equal to s squared times the function of x dx, right? So here the function as 2x dx, right? So we expand this function and we have 2s cubed dx, right? So when we integrate this, we have 2s power 4 all over 4 on the limit 0 to 1. So now we can break out the 2 over 4, which simplifies to half, right? So now we bring out the 2 over 4, which simplifies to half, right? So we have half into x power 4 on the limit 0 to 1, right? So we say that expectation of s squared, or the second moment, is equal to half into 1 squared minus 1 power 4 minus 0 power 4, which is the same thing as 0, right? So we have half into 1, and that gives us half, right? So now we have the first moment, which is the expectation of x, and we have the second moment, which is the expectation of s squared. So now we can formulate the formula for variance, which is equal to expectation of x squared minus expectation of x all squared, right? So now we have all these parameters, so we put them inside to find the variance of x, right? So we have variance of x as half minus variance of x as half, s squared as half, and then variance of x as 2/3 all squared, right? So here variance of x will be equal to half minus 4/9, right? So we know that this simplifies to 1/18, right? So now we have variance of x as 1/18. So now we can go ahead and use the formula that we were given. The formula that we were given. The formula that we were given as expectation of x minus the mu, which is the same as the expectation of x all cubed over the skewness of variance, right? So here we now have the expectation of x, or the mu. So we can put in the value and expand this function, and then we find the expectation again under continuous case, right? So let's deal with the numerator first. So this, because we know this as 2/3 power 3, right? And this is equal to the expectation of x 0 to 1 of the function x minus 2/3 of the function, which is 2x dx, right? So we expand this and then we multiply with the function of x, right? So we have, when we expand this, we are going to have s cubed minus 2x squared plus 4/3x minus 8/27, all multiplied by 2x. This is actually a binomial expansion, right? You can equally use x minus 2/3, x minus 2/3, x minus 2/3, and also land on the same solution, right? So here you can see that this simplifies to, when we multiply through by 2x, we are going to have s power 4, 2x power 4 minus 4x squared, yeah, plus 8s squared over 3 minus 16x over 27. in this. Right. Yeah. So that's it. So now we go ahead to integrate this particular function, right? So when we integrate this, then we have s power 5 over 5 minus 2x power 5 over 5 minus 4x power 4 over 4 plus 8s cubed over 6. You know that this will come down, so it will be times 3 minus 16x squared, yeah, 9, and this becomes 54 on the limit 0 to 1, right? So we now have the simplified or the integrand of this function. So we can put in the limit and find the exact value of this expression. So when we do that, we're going to have 2 over 5 into 1 power 5. All the same, we can simplify the function first. So when you simplify the function, you have 2 over 5 s power 5 minus x power 4 plus 8 over 9 x power 3 minus 16 over 54 x on the limit 0 and 1 squared here. Yeah. So here we can now put in the limit to make our work so easy, right? So here we have 2 over 5 into 1 power 5 minus 1 power 4 plus 8 over 9 into 1 cube minus 16 over 54 into 1 squared. We know that this part is 0, so definitely everything is going to 0, right? So we simplify this, and then we have minus 1 over 135, right? So when you simplify this, dig it very well, then you're going to have minus 1 over 125. So here we have dealt with the numerator, now 11 with the denominator, and we already know the variance of x as 1 over 18. So here we can say that expectation of the x minus the mean all cubed over the skewness of the variance. So the skewness of the variance can also be written as this, which is the variance of x, right? All power 3 over 2, right? And this variance, right, variance of x is equal to 1 over 18, right? So now we can go and substitute the variance of x into this part, right? So we have, now we know the numerator as negative 1 over 135, right? All over the variance, which is 1 over 1, which is 1 over 18, right? Power 3 over 2. Yes. So now, this further simplifies to minus 1 over 135 divided by 1 over 1 8, right? Right. And this, we know that this comes down and this goes up. So we have minus 1 over 135 times 18 over 3 over 2 over 1, which implies that this will be equal to minus 18 power 3 over 2 all over 135, right? And this, you have your calculator with you. When you punch this very well, you're going to have minus 0.5656, right? And that is the skewness of the function, right? So we can see that the skewness of this function is negative, which indicates that it is shifted to the left of the mean, right? So that is the solution to the question. Right. Thank you.